This video is all about PowerPoint presenter view and PowerPoint speaker notes. I'm going to show you what is the presenter view, how to use it by using two monitors. One is your laptop and one is the external monitor, which could be in a room where your audience is looking at your presentation. You can test presenter view using only your laptop. Also, what you can do in a presenter view, what are some of the features available and what is the purpose of those features. So this is my dual monitor setup where I have connected my laptop with an external monitor using a connector. Now presenter view is on my laptop, which is different than what my audience are looking at the external monitor. They only look the slides while I can see my notes and I have some controls available. Now there are four main parts of this video and there is a timestamp in the description of the video. If you click on the time, it will take you to that particular part of the video. So without further ado, let's get started after a short break. Now what is a presenter view? Presenter view is useful when you have two monitors. One is your laptop and the other is for your audience to whom you are presenting. Now the purpose of the presenter view is that presenter should be able to look at the speaker notes, which is another important feature available in PowerPoint. So on my laptop, I can see my speaker notes on the right hand side, which I am going to show you in a minute. But my audience are looking at this large monitor, and on this monitor they only see my slide and nothing else. I also have few controls below the slide and I can also see the next slide as well on the right hand side. We can also use some other applications while our audience will not be aware of this, that we are going to see in this video. I'm sure most of you already know how to connect an external monitor. Basically, I have connected this with my Thunderbolt port of my laptop and then I have this adapter. Let me show you this on a separate slide. So this is a zoomed view of my connectors, and now presenter view is available in this slideshow tab. On the right hand side you have this use presenter view. You need to check this if you want to use presenter view. Above this we have this monitor, and if I click on this, and there are two options. Automatic means PowerPoint will automatically choose which monitor displays your slideshow and which monitor displays your presenter view. So if for example you have a laptop and an external monitor and you select this automatic option, PowerPoint will automatically put the presenter view on your laptop and your slides on the external monitor. So in most cases you have to select this on automatic. Although I have connected both monitors, but if I click on this little arrow, I only see primary monitor option. And the reason I don't see both of my monitors is because my Windows display settings are set in this way. Let me show you what I mean. So I click on my Windows key and X keys together and I will see this dialog box. From here I select System and I click on System once again just to show you that there is this display icon. I click on that and here I only see 1 and then this bar and then 2. And if I click Identify, both of my monitors will display this 1 bar 2. And this is because this setting is duplicate these displays. If I click on this little arrow and select extend these displays, it will show me this dialog box and I press keep changes and now I will see both of my monitors. If I click on one and click identify, I will see that this is my laptop and of course number 2 is the other display. But if you are using the automatic option in your PowerPoint, then you don't have to do this. You simply click on duplicate these displays and PowerPoint will automatically select your laptop for the presenter view. So this was one little settings. Now the most important thing is how to go into presenter view. Now before I can use my presenter view, there is one silly thing most people forget to do and then they complain that presenter view is not working. And that silly thing is that your function lock FN key on your keyboard must be pressed. So this is function lock, FN lock, and then when I press Alter F5, my laptop is now in presenter view mode. Now to start the presenter view from the beginning of the slide, I click on from beginning and the presenter view will start. On the right hand side there are notes. I can see my first slide and my audience are only looking in this area, while I can see my second slide and I have few controls. I can move to the next slide and my audience will not see that I am pressing this arrow. So this is showing the current time, and on the left hand side I can keep track of my timings, that how long my presentation should be, so I can adjust the time I am spending on a particular slide. Now to get out of this, I simply press escape. This is one way of going back, and now both of the monitors are displaying this screen. Now if I click on slide 2 and click from current slide, my presenter view will start from this slide. There is one thing you should note is that none of your slides are hidden, because if I select for example slide 2 and I click hide slide, the number 2 will be crossed here, so it means this slide is hidden. So now if I start my presenter view from the beginning, I will see the first slide and the slide 3, and if I go to next slide, this is the last slide now, and I will see this end of the slideshow. So make sure that none of your slides is hidden until you want them to be hidden, because sometimes by mistake you click something, and if you want to hide slides purposefully, you click on Custom Slide Show. You give it a name, Custom Slide Show 1, and then you select which slides you want to add to your presentation and click OK, and now you select this and you show. So this is the proper way of hiding some of your slides, and once you have created a custom slide show, it will appear here, Custom Slide Show, Custom Show 1. And then there are slideshow options, which are basically what we are discussing right now, which slides you want to show, whether you want to loop or not. And for the presenter view, show type must be select to presented by a speaker. Now let's talk about rehearse timings. So this is a feature which you can use to do a rehearsal of your presentation. You can check yourself in how much time you can present a particular slide, and then you set that time so that you could finish your presentation in a given time. So let's try this. So I click on rehearse timings, and on the left hand side a timer will start, and I should start presenting this slide as I would be presenting to my audience. And when I am finished, I click escape and I will see this message. The total time of your slide show was 19 seconds. Do you want to use the new slide timings? And I say yes. And now this slide has a timing. So once I have done the rehearsal and I have set timings for this slide, I have to click on this use timings. And now if I start my presenter view, I have skipped a part of this video to save some time, and now when this timer will go to 19 seconds, the slide will change. As you can see, I have not pressed any arrow, but my slide has changed. So this is how you can use this use timings feature if you must end your presentation within the allotted time. So you do a rehearsal of all the slides, get your timings and select this use timings. So let me uncheck this once again so it will not disturb us. And now let's look at some of the features of the presenter view. On the top there are 3 tabs. You can end slideshow anytime. If I click this, I will be back to my normal view. Let's go back. Display setting is very important, because sometimes what happens is that instead of your laptop, the presenter view is placed on the other monitor which your audience is looking at. So in that case, you can swap the presenter view and slideshow. So you will get the presenter view on the correct computer. And duplicate slideshow means that you don't want to use the presenter view, and on both of your monitors you want to use the slideshow. So if I click on that, you will notice that my laptop is also showing the slideshow now instead of the presenter view. So let us go back. At the bottom, if I click on this pen and laser pointer tools, I have a pen tool where I can write something, and if I want to erase, I click on eraser and click here. I also have a laser pointer which I can use for explanation, and also a highlighter. If I want to highlight something, I can use it, and I can also change the ink colors. So on the right hand side are my notes, and the way you enter notes is by clicking on this notes icon. If I click here, I can enter any notes here, whatever I want. And if I want to get some more area, I hover over this line and I can increase the area for my notes. So this is how I can enter slide notes. Also there is a notes page. If I click on this view and notes page. This is a page where all of my notes are there, and also I can insert some images or whatever I want. So I have inserted this image here in a normal way as you would insert a picture in the slide. Simply click insert picture from device. So I click on this device and then I selected this picture like this. So in this way you can insert images into PowerPoint speaker notes and then you can print them. So let's go back to slideshow. So I inserted this one math equation because one of my subscribers asked, is there a way to insert math equations in PowerPoint speaker notes? Yes, there is. You simply click on insert and then you select this equation and you can select any equation and it will be inserted into your notes. You can then modify this if you want by using these formatting tools. So this is possible to insert math equations in PowerPoint speaker notes. Now you can also change the size of these notes by clicking on this font icon. If I click on this, the size will become larger or smaller. Now one important thing is sometimes you want to use some other app during the presentation and you don't want your audience to see what you are doing. To do that, we have to first bring a taskbar at the bottom. To do that, I click on show taskbar, and now for example I want to use Google, so I can click here and I can search something, or I can use my Gmail and my audience will not see this, although they might realize that I'm doing something else, but they will not be able to see my personal information in my Gmail, for example. Now then there is this black screen option. If I click this, the screen of my audience will become black. Now why I want to do this? Because sometimes I want my audience to focus on what I am saying instead of looking at my slides. So if I want to bring their attention to myself, I black their screen. So this is the purpose of this feature. So let's go back, and if I click on these three dots, I can change from black to white screen as well. And sometimes I don't want to use presenter view, so I can click on hide presenter view, and now it will be just like duplicate slideshow, which I already mentioned. Or to go back to your normal view, in this view tab, you select normal. You can also hide this ribbon. If you click on this little arrow, you can go full screen mode, or you can show only tabs where only this top tabs will be shown. If I use this show only tabs, my ribbon is gone. But normally you keep it on this always show ribbon. You can also record your slides in PowerPoint, but for this I have made a separate video which you can watch on my channel, how to create video lectures in PowerPoint, something like that. So I hope that I have covered all these options and features available in PowerPoint presenter view. So I hope you like this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you next time.